I'll tell you what, I'm hot. Yeah, I know. Lou, you're always hot. I'm hot. Buddy of mine just took a layoff. Works in a joint down east where they have a Section 17 thing that they take care of home care and counselors and such for the developmentally disabled and PTSD patients and traumatic brain injury patients, things like that. Well, Governor LePage, you cut the funding. So not only is the business downsizing, it's closing up entirely because they were working on a shoestring to begin with. Providing a service to people who need a service. I'm not talking about some guy, some woman down in Portland or up in LA who's scamming the welfare system or the disability system or the welfare system, the food stamp system. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about somebody who takes their EBT card to the casino. I'm not talking about somebody who takes their EBT card to the liquor store or the smoke shop or the tattoo parlor. I'm talking about people who need these services. Oh, you're adding 5 more fraud investigators. Well, that's nice. You had to get the money to pay for them by closing up shop on a service that people do need. I mean, right. Got a mill closing up the county. Got this joint closed. Businesses close every week in Maine. Oh, yeah. I know. We're adding jobs. Yeah, we're adding a couple of hundred call center jobs. Part-time minimum wage at best. Part-time minimum wage. And I say part-time meaning 20 hours a week or less so that the employers don't have to pay whatever the additionals are. I could see you chasing down the cheats. Yeah. You know what? Take that money. You know, we got drug problems in this state. Huge drug problems. I know you've addressed them, and I agree with you 99% of the time on what you say about the drug problems. I voted for you twice. What do you think? I did that out of the just because? That whole thing open for business. I remember that. I saw it on the front page of the Portland Pravda. It was on all the different channels on the news, 8, 13, 6. Everybody was carrying it. Oh, yeah, open for business. I think the technical term for the photo op, instead of reality, it was a photo op. It was a slogan. It's bullshit. We're losing businesses, and everybody touts how many jobs we added. Yeah, within 10 miles of me in either direction, so that's a 20-mile stretch, I got to have at least a half a dozen or more dollar stores. Dollar stores. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Dollar stores. You know why we need so many dollar stores? Because ain't nobody got any money. Why ain't nobody got any money? Because they're all out of work. Why are they all out of work? Because their business is closed. Why their business is closed? Taxes. Energy costs. You know, the energy costs are so high that they had to close down a paper mill. How many paper mills are left now? I didn't look, but I mean, not many. We've lost, half a dozen or so in the last 2-3 years? No, we're not talking about a job or two. We're talking about a couple of hundred jobs at a time. You know why the energy costs are so high? Because everybody in Maine, whether they provide a good, a service, a product, whatever it is, every pitch has to be a home run. There's no making a deal. There's no, discount. Every pitch has got to be a home run. This is the price. It ain't right. And what are you doing about it? We have a drug problem that's absolutely out of control. I've never met Ms. Mayhew. I'm sure she's a lovely person. She comes off as a lovely person when they interview her. I'm sure she cares in her way. But she's starting to come off as a bean counter. Sounds to me like she's reporting for duty every Monday morning and saying, all right, here's where we can cut another $100. Here's where we can cut another $200. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're cutting the services to people who don't need them. You want them to take drug tests? Oh, yeah, baby, I'll stand there and watch. You want them to not be able to use their EBT cards in Vegas? Fine with me. No questions asked. You want to, keep them off the drugs. You want to have them buy wholesome food. Yes, I'm behind that 110%. But there's times when a tree needs some attention, and there's times when you call a tree surgeon to prune it, and there's times when you call a lumberjack to fell it. You can't do one to the other. You can't have one that needs a little prune job and call a lumberjack. And you can't take one that needs to be cut down and use a scalpel. You can't do it. You're doing it wrong. And everybody else, well, look at MainDOT. They can't fix a road to save your life. They go in and fix this entire huge stretch of Route 302, and in one winter, it's useless. They fix an entire stretch of Route 11, and in one winter, useless. I don't think they could pave their own driveway and have it last the winter. You got MainDOT. We had 4 flakes of snow the other day. The trucks went by here every 4 minutes. They didn't go by that much when we got a foot of snow. But we're at the end of the season, and oh my goodness, it was a light winter. Nobody made their overtime, so now they're all going to cram the overtime in. What's up with that? You got me upset here. You're starting to, here's why. I understand now why you're so tight with the Goomba down there in New Jersey. That blowhard Chris Christie. Everybody loves Chris Christie. Oh, yeah, he calls it the way he sees it. Oh, yeah, he just rocks right out there. Yeah. And he's full of shit. That's why he's big. He's full of shit. Pro-Second Amendment. The gun laws in New Jersey. Watch the NRA news on your cable TV. Which state holds the record for the most stories about gun problems? New Jersey. Yeah, pro-Second Amendment. I know you're pro-Second Amendment, don't get me wrong, but he's not. He says he is, but he ain't. He's a blowhard. He's wind in a bag. That's all he is, wind in a bag. We have another word for that. And I'm sure he knows it. I'm not sure you do, and it's okay because I'm not going to use it because I know there's ladies who watch this. I'm already too fired up to be showing this to ladies. I'm going to have to put a warning on it when I publish the damn thing. Give me a call. Give me a call. Everybody knows where to find me. Your friends know where to find me. Give me a call. I'll help you. Yeah, I'm crippled. I know. I can't get, I can't get around. I can't drive up to Augusta. But give me a call. We'll go get coffee. We'll get a coffee. And we'll talk. You show me what you got on your desk. We'll talk. I'll show you where you're right. I'll show you where you're wrong. Because this November is going to change a lot of stuff in this country, and I don't want you to be on the wrong side of it. I don't want everybody turning around and pointing at me and saying, well, you voted for that governor of yours. Because that's right, I did. And you got me so hot, I couldn't even have Debbie put the curtain up for me before she went shop. Look at this. Look at this. My official fancy schmancy big shot backdrop with the flag on it. I don't even have it up. As far as sitting here in the guinea tea, well, sorry, I do that all the time with my other videos. Call me. We'll go over what's on your desk. And we'll talk. Because in the meantime, like I always say, hey, let's be careful out there. And God bless the United States of America.